Warning. Unusual audio-visual activity in your house.
Good morning, everyone. Today we're back at Universal Studios Hollywood for what will be our final Halloween Horror Nights update. That's right, it starts in just a couple days. Halloween Horror Nights run September 5th through November 3rd. Since Halloween is midweek, we get a few extra days this year. Very excited. So this year's Halloween Horror Nights has 8 themed haunted houses, the themed terror tram, 4 scare zones, and 2 shows, and we're going to show you where everything is. Now, the event is divided into upper lot, lower lot, the area behind the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and of course the terror tram. So we're going to start up here on the upper lot, and right between Palace and Mel's, you'll see Monstrous 2. Now, this was my favorite house last year, and this is a sequel, all new monsters inside. Right across on the entrance to Baker Street, we'll turn slowly, A Quiet Place, named after the movies, and this will be the first haunted house ever to use American Sign Language. Very excited to see what that is all about. So let's walk around, look at these scare zones, show you where the shows are, and then head on to the terror tram. The main entry plaza and walkway corridor will be 2 scare zones. Chainsaw Punks, those famous chainsaws. Make sure you see the chainsaw chase out at the end of the night, and Skull Lords. And right here there will be mini vignettes. We will post the times as soon as we have those in the Skull Lord section. And then if you go to your left, you'll go to the 2 haunted houses, A Quiet Place and Monstrous 2. And then Universal Plaza will be all decorated for Dia de los Muertos with a variety of food and drink options. Find like birria tacos, specialty drinks, all sorts of good stuff. We'll show you that. New this year in the DreamWorks Theater is Late Night with Chucky. This will be kind of a live improv show with Chucky, and guests will be able to ask questions before they enter, and Chucky will answer them in only way that Chucky knows how, nasty and sarcastic. So this is kind of a returning show. They used to do something like this before out in the streets, but excited to see how they do it inside the theater. Another show for HHN, Purge, Dangerous Waters, will be in the Waterworld Theater, and right across from Hollywood and Dine will be Chucky's Dive Bar. Here in Decision Plaza, we see construction for that new Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster, and this area will be a scare zone called Murder of Crows, and the crows were here last year, but there will be some new characters. And here in the Murder of Crows scare zone on the way to Luchadores Monstruosos, we've got a little wall, Halloween wall, and the monsters on the wall represent each scare zone. And on French Street, beware of Luchadores Monstruosos. Again, on the upper lot, you're going to find A Quiet Place house. You're going to find Monstrous 2 house. You're going to find the Purge Dangerous Water show in the Waterworld arena. You're going to see the Chucky show. You're going to find Chainsaw Punks, the scare zone. Skull Lords, the scare zone. Murder of Crows, the scare zone. And then also Luchadores Monstruosos, the scare zone on French Street. To find the next 2 houses on the upper lot, you're going to have to enter Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Walk all the way to the back past Forbidden Journey, past its exit and Flight of the Hippogriff. You'll see a set of double gates that will be open, and back there you will find Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, and then also Insidious the Further. So here's Hogwarts Castle. The exit is right over here, and then you'll see, I don't want to get everybody in the shot, but there'll be a sign and some lights over here directing you to where those 2 back houses are. Also on the upper lot, you'll find the entrance of the studio tour. You'll take the escalators down, and you'll find Terror Tram, Enter the Blumhouse. As I said, the Terror Tram theme this year is Enter the Blumhouse, themed to all the different Blumhouse movies. We'll see what characters will be out. Construction continues on the experience there on the studio tour back lot, so we're going to go take a look at that. Now, Universal Studios Hollywood just wrapped up their 60th anniversary where they had a special step off the tram moment, But during Horror Nights, you get to do something similar. You get to walk through the Bates Motel set, the Psycho House, and War of the Worlds, and that'll all be themed to different Blumhouse movies. So let's go see what they're building back there. They just wrapped up the 60th a couple weeks ago, so they've been building quickly for Horror Nights. All right, we are boarding the tram. I believe this was the first tram of the morning. Like to get there early. First, we're going to pass Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You will actually walk to this house from the lower lot. We'll show you that in just a moment. As we turn the corner here, this is where you're going to be let off the Terror Tram and walk through Enter the Blumhouse. There's usually an entry character right here as you get off the tram waiting for you. It looks like you may walk through these houses, or that might be a backstage area, but characters from various Blumhouse films will be waiting here for you when you get off that tram. And it looks like on those Blumhouse cutout houses, that's the Blumhouse logo, looks like there will be marquees for different movies there. As you turn the corner, slowly here on the tram. Again, we're on the tram during the day, but you will be walking this during HHN. You will get to walk through the Bates Motel set from Psycho. You'll also get to walk up the hill. You'll see the Psycho House in just a second. There is usually a photo op there with Norman Bates. And during the 60th anniversary studio tour, they did install a replica of the Hollywood sign, which we'll see in a second. And that has been painted kind of bloody for Halloween Horror Nights. So make sure to snap a picture of that. Here we go. There we go. There's the sign. And once you pass the Bates Motel and the Psycho House, you will continue through the War of the World set on the Terror Tram, and then you will reboard that tram. And there is a Five Nights at Freddy's photo op as you deboard in the staging area. We will continue on now to the lower lot. There is a cool photo op on the Starway. And we'll take a look at the San Fernando Valley and tell you more. After you make your way down the Starway, you will find 4 houses on the lower lot. In stage 12, which we passed on the studio tour, will be Universal Monsters, Eternal, Bloodlines, an all-female monster haunted house, Universal Monsters. Stage 15 over there next to Transformers, we'll see The Weekend Nightmare Trilogy, and that was a fan favorite 2 years ago. This is a new storyline. And in the tent way back there, we'll zoom in, which we saw on the studio tour. That is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And we'll pan down right here next to the Mummy Queue, an original concept maze, Dead Exposure Death Valley. Then also on the lower lot will be the Mummy, the ride, indoor roller coaster, Transformers, the ride, and Jurassic World. Note, the Super Nintendo World will not be open during Horror Nights. Last year it was for a time. So it may or may not open, but right now the website says it will not be open. So if you want to do any of those attractions, you'll need a day-night ticket combo and do them during the day or make a separate visit. So let's head down the Starway now here, these 4 escalators to the lower lot. Above Jurassic Cafe, there will be the Weekend Nightmare Trilogy bar. There'll be themed food up there, plus drinks. The entrance to Universal Monsters is right next to Jurassic World entrance, and then the entrance to Dead Exposure will be right next to the drop on the side of the Starway. There is always some sort of themed food booth down here on the lower lot. This time, Leatherface's Texas Family Barbecue. I love it. And then when you get down here to the end of the lower lot in front of Transformers the Ride, the entrance to Texas Chainsaw Massacre will be to your right. The entrance to The Weekend will be to your left. And then next to the Mummy, they have transformed Mummy Eats to Monster Eats, which will have some themed food as well, right next to the bottom of the Starway. Just FYI, the Starway is 4 separate escalators with a short walk in between, and they take about 6 to 8 minutes. So if you're trying to get from the lower lot to the upper lot to see a show, or trying to get back down to meet someone, let them know it's about 6 to 8 minutes. And unrelated to Halloween Horror Nights, I can't forget to mention the construction going on the new Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster. This is an enormous project. It is going to be an amazing roller coaster, awesome theming. Opens in 2026. Some tips and tricks for Horror Nights. If you come frequently, do not do the rides during Horror Nights. Studio tour, yes, but save the rides for a different visit. If you're only coming one time throughout the season, and if you can do it, buy the after 2 p.m. ticket. That gets you into the park at 2 p.m. so you can do all the rides and daytime attractions and shows, and then spend the entire evening doing Horror Nights. They do have a frequent fear pass if you wanted to come back multiple times. There are a few blackout dates, but that is available for true fans. And they also have an early entry that'll get you into the park about an hour and a half early, so you have some additional time to do those houses. Everyone always asks, where should I start first? And you know what, from the second the gates open, the park is busy, so I would look at the app, look at the wait times, and see what has the shortest wait. Typically the houses on the upper lot do not get busy that quick. People run to the lower lot, especially for the early entries. We find that Monstrous, if you go straight there, you can get in very quickly. But again, can't really give you any advice because of the early entry. The queues fill up really fast on the lower lot. And then once the gates open at 7, it's game on from there. So just watch the app for the times. That is it for our last Halloween Horror Nights update. Got my shirt, my hat, my lanyard, my pouch, everything ready to go for Thursday. So if you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button with the notification bell turned on. We will be here Thursday night, opening night, to cover all the houses, the shows, the scare zones, and then all the Halloween events throughout the season. We do have a frequent fear pass for Horror Nights, so we'll be back after opening. So make sure you stay tuned all season long. And if you like the video, share it with your friends too. Like I said, hit that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it with the notification bell turned on. And then follow us on social media as well, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for additional updates. We'll see you soon. As we wrap up this video, we'll take a look at some of the merchandise that is available. Everybody keeps asking about the Little Boo shoulder pal. He has not come in yet. They are waiting for him. Could be any time. But as of the recording of this video, Labor Day weekend, he has not arrived in Hollywood, but he is available in Orlando. Make sure to check the Universal Studios Hollywood website on the HHN page for a full list of attractions, shows, and rides that are available during Horror Nights and what is only available during the day. Any updates will be posted there. Also check that app and website for current wait times when you arrive. We'd love to hear what you're most excited about, and if you have any questions, put what you're most excited about and the questions down in the comments, and we'll respond as quickly as possible. See you soon.